Picture this. The year is 1932. A group of people are gathered around a strange-looking device with blinking lights and spinning wheels. Their mission: to decode an encrypted message before it's too late. This is the untold story of scripts no one reads. Welcome back to the channel where we bring you the craziest and weirdest facts from human history. Some of the things discussed in this video may be offensive or disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. Enigma was a cipher machine used by military and diplomatic services during the Second World War. The Enigma machine was a sophisticated piece of technology that used a series of rotors to encrypt messages. Each rotor had 26 letters of the alphabet, and as the rotors spun, they would scramble the message so that only those who had the correct settings could decipher it. German military forces relied heavily on Enigma machines to keep their communications secure. They were used widely across the front lines, and the machines were nearly impossible to crack. That is until Alan Turing and his team of codebreakers stepped in. Alan Matheson Turing, often referred to as the father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence, was born on June 23, 1912 in London, England. He was an English mathematician and computer scientist who played a pivotal role in cracking the Enigma code during World War II. Turing's contributions not only helped to shorten the war, but also laid the foundations for modern computers. Before we dive into how Turing and his team cracked the Enigma code, it's important to understand the sheer complexity of the task ahead of them. The Enigma machine was designed to generate billions of potential combinations, making it virtually impossible to guess the correct settings. Messages were transmitted in groups of 5 letters known as a crib, and each letter could be represented by up to 26 different characters. For example, the letter E, which was the most common letter in English, could be represented by any of the 26 letters of the alphabet. This meant that each crib could actually represent 26 to the power of 5, or over 600,000 different words. Imagine trying to sift through 600,000 possible words to find the right one. It would take an eternity. Turing and his team worked tirelessly, driven by the knowledge that lives hung in the balance. They analyzed captured German documents, built special-purpose computers, and developed new ways of thinking about encryption and decryption. Turing in particular was a brilliant mathematician who was able to see the problem from a different angle. He realized that if he could build a machine that could mimic the workings of the Enigma, he could use it to decode messages. This was a radical idea because it went against the conventional wisdom of the time, which held that such a machine was impossible to build. But Turing was undeterred. With the help of his team, he designed a machine called the bomb. The bomb was an electromechanical device that could test thousands of possible Enigma settings in just minutes. This was a breakthrough because it meant that what had previously been thought impossible was now within reach. By feeding the machine with the encrypted message and letting it run, Turing and his team were able to obtain the decoded version. The first successful decoding of an Enigma message took place in 1932, when Turing and his team were able to decipher a message that had been encrypted with the German Army's most advanced cipher machine. This was a major victory, and it proved that the Enigma was not as secure as the Germans had believed. Once the British codebreakers started getting regular hits, the impact on the war effort was immediate. The Admiralty, which had been skeptical of Turing's work, suddenly became very interested in his methods. In fact, the Prime Minister Winston Churchill credited Turing's work with shortening the war by 2 years and saving countless lives. The true extent of the impact of the bomb and the breaking of the Enigma code remains classified to this day. However, historians estimate that the code-breaking efforts at Bletchley Park, where Turing worked, may have shortened the war by up to 4 years. The breaking of the Enigma code was not just a technical triumph. It was also a victory for the human spirit. It showed that even in the darkest days of war, hope could prevail. It also demonstrated the importance of collaboration and the power of the human mind to solve seemingly impossible problems. However, the story of the bomb and the breaking of the Enigma code does not end there. After the war, the British government tried to cover up the role that Codebreaking had played in winning the war. They wanted to keep their intelligence methods secret and prevent the Soviets from learning how they had managed to break the Enigma code. As a result, Turing and his team were sworn to secrecy, and their work remained classified for many years. This secrecy had a devastating impact on Turing's life. In 1952, he was convicted of gross indecency after having a relationship with a man. At the time, homosexuality was illegal in the UK, and Turing was given the option of being imprisoned or undergoing castration. In the years since then, Turing's legacy has been rehabilitated. He is now seen as a hero who made an immense contribution to the Allied victory in World War II. In 2013, the British government issued him a public apology, and in 2016, a statue was erected in his honor in Manchester, England. So what would the world be like without Alan Turing and his team of codebreakers? It's impossible to say for sure, but it's safe to say that it would be very different. The development of computers may have been delayed, and the outcome of World War II may have been in doubt. It's also possible that the Cold War may have been much colder. Can you imagine a world without computers or the internet? Without Turing, that might have been our reality. The story of the bomb is truly a remarkable one. It's a story of ingenuity, determination, and the power of the human mind to solve seemingly impossible problems. It's also a story that has had a profound impact on our world, whether we realize it or not. So let us take a moment to remember Alan Turing and his team of codebreakers, and the legacy they left behind. Now it's time to hear from you. What do you think? How do you feel about this story? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more updates on amazing discoveries and mysteries from history that you never knew you needed. Your support means everything to us. Thanks for watching. See you next time.